conversion. So I've already completed a DeLorean time machine project and also a modern Ecto 1, which I won't go into here because this is not what this one's about, but this is about this. I've just bought, I know it's not a Trans Am, but I have bought a Chevrolet Camaro 1982, and this is going to be my conversion into KITT from Knight Rider. So before you say it, I could not find a really good Trans Am to convert. Basically, I wanted reasonable mileage, I wanted something that was solid, sound and rust free, because that will kickstart the project. Otherwise I've got maybe 2 or 3 years ahead of me to strip the car, get it back to A1, which I have done with my DeLorean, and I'm on my 8th year with my DeLorean. So this is a project that I wanted to start quite quickly and have a sound car before we start. So I'll take you on a brief tour around the car before I start stripping it. That's why I'm in the garage today, to start stripping the car down. So I want to show you around it and show you what I've bought and what my plans are. So like I say, this is in excellent condition, so the seats are near perfect. It's got the original floor mats from GM. All the interior boot is spot on. So again, there is a slight difference, same colour for the film car, but it does have the cutout here. So whether I change the seat backs at another date, I don't know, but at the moment I'm happy with that. And of course this is a hard top, not the T-top. So I found a set of T-tops, but that could be a bigger job, so I am not going to attempt that at this present time. If you haven't got a good base car, you're constantly kind of chasing your tail. You're constantly trying to repair as you install, and most of the time once all this equipment's installed, you don't really want to go back in there. So I know once my dashboard is completely and all done, I don't want to go back in there because I'm going to have to bolt this in. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be loads of wires, loads of control panels that I'm building in, and if I've got to go back to repair something on the car, it's going to take 2 or 3 times longer, and then when you reinstall it, it may not work again. So find a good base car, do your homework, get underneath the car, have a really good check underneath, get a screwdriver, give it a good tap, make sure there's no patchy welding been done. Remember, these 3rd gen F bodies are renowned for rust, so check the pillars, the door pillars, check all the around the seams of the car, because if the car's been stored somewhere, water may not have been running off, it may have been running in. So check all the way around your window seals, make sure, remember these window seals are 40 years old, so they can get really hard and brittle like the ones on mine, and then just let the water in. And then if you've got water underneath the carpets, then that's going to be rusted through the floor pan somewhere as well, which means carpets out, seats out, re-weld, respray, put the carpets back in. It's a nightmare job. So just check around the windscreen, check around the A-pillars, and also check all the sill all the way across. You don't want patchy welding, say the middle section's been welded and then it's just pushed the water and the ingress to the left and right hand side towards the front and the back of the car, or where your lift points are, they're all rusted out. It's just, those things all need to be addressed, like I did with the DeLorean. Address the main car issues first, and then moved on to the conversion. But I really, if you're going to like be passionate and want to do the night riding project, the base car has to be sound. Engine work can be done afterwards. I mean, as long as the engine's reasonably good, that's fine. But the body is where the money comes in. But I will be going into this at a later date, basically about spraying. But I will show you visually that if you have got rust and you're treating the rust as well as having to respray the car, it's such a big task. And I don't care what everyone else says on these videos when they show you the montage sequence of the car rolling into a lovely spray booth and they tape it off all nicely, and then within a few minutes later everything's done and dusted. I'm just exaggerating here, but you know what I mean. And then they spray it, it's perfect spray, they take all the tape and panel the paper off and it rolls out and it looks such an amazing job and it looks so easy. I'm going to show you it's not that easy, especially if you're doing it on your own and you've never done it before. And I watched loads of videos about spraying and none of them really showed the harsh realities of it. Not that I'm trying to put you off, I'm just kind of saying that it's not all this glamour that it looks like it is. And I've also thought when my cars, I took it in and I said how much is it for spraying, and they've said £6,000, £8,000, £10,000. Wow, that's a lot of money. But when you see what goes on behind the scenes, and my car was not rusty, it still took me, bearing in mind I'm a beginner here, I've never sprayed a car since. I did Ghostbusters, but then my night riding was the first actual perfect professional job I had to do. I got away with it a bit on the Ghostbusters because it's white, but you cannot get away with it on black. So I'm going to show you that it wasn't easy. But I'm not putting you off, but at least we'll go into that on a later video.